All right, it's Andy here with a YouTube video for wealthyfantasyfootball.com. I want to show you straight though to the optimizer system using some of the plays here I came up with. I noticed here for the day that some of the as far as the players that I'm tracking so far here early today on March the 18th is that the players that are lower in salary I noticed were Tobias Harris and as well as Eric Bledsoe, providing some good value here for today. But also, I noticed here the floor to try to get up there in floor here. Let's just rearrange this real quick. Sort descending on the NBA spreadsheet that's at the DFS Army. Once we have that working, that will just provide an order to the players that with the lowest floor, highest floor, so we can see how safe a player, fantasy basketball player they are, of course. So we can see here that I didn't arrange, but that's just a computer issue, I suppose. But some of the players of the highest floor, of course, are Giannis, Joel Embiid, and so forth. But then some of the players with the lowest floor, like Jimmy Butler, Siakam, Bledsoe, and Harris, are not. You're going to get coincidentally some of the lowest floor player options on the day at the lowest prices. So let's see if we can get some of these players we just mentioned, including Kawhi Leonard. As I say them out loud here, it kind of helps me to remember Ben Simmons, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, Clint Capella. He's a good one there. Markkanen for the Bulls and Gallinari, I think the name is. So we'll look at that here and just take 2 minutes, I would say, to come up with a optimal optimization of our lineup today using this domination station. All right, because there's a lot of games on for today. So, and at 7 p.m. Main slate on whichever one you want there, you can get some of these players into your lineups if at all possible, as all the numbers peripherals line up, such as their minutes, fantasy points over the season, over the last 3 games, things like that. Pace down, whether it's a pace down, I excluded some of those players that are in a slower pace than what their usual play is at. So I just went ahead and excluded within that spreadsheet a lot of the plays that are not looking, or defense versus position as well, showing the matchups there already. So we just need that to pull up, as it will just take a few moments because of a slower connection. Kind of like the old dial-up, right? So back to those days in the internet cafe. Let's see. So we got the slate pulling up here. If we want to go with FanDuel, that's fine. The main sport NBA, of course, once we can get that to switch. I also do a lot of NHL and get a lot of views on those videos for NHL Help Daily. If you find that the NBA slate is maybe weaker or just not up to what you expect, look at some NHL training and picks that I offer daily on other nights. So back over here, the main, all the games here. You can exclude some if you want. If you just click on the box of any team, it will go white so that you don't have to include that game. I'm not going to do that here right now at all. I'm just trying to get some of these players into my optimized lineup. And you can get this optimization option by clicking on a link in the description so that you can get your own there, and try to like this video if you do. So here we got optimal mode. We can come up with more unique, let's run just a few of them for now. So we're going to get 3 lineups out of this. We're going optimal mode, DFS Army points, that is 3 unique players per lineup so we can get a good idea or a decent idea. We could run more, but just trying to get a more focused idea of what we want. So let's go over some of the plays that we wanted here, just looking down the list. Let's see. Jerkic was one. Let's get him in there. 33% maybe. Blake Griffin was one here. Give me at least 33%. Since it's 3 lineups, it kind of makes sense, right? Siakam, also give me 33%. Just won't take long at all. Just kind of looking for some of the other guys that we looked at already, like Capella. Let's see. You can type in the name, of course, as well in the search box, find player, but I like to look through, make sure I'm not missing anybody that I was looking at already. Let's see. And it's not getting to all the plays that I wanted. So let's use that actually. Oh, let's go over here, all players. Get that out of there. Sometimes you got to click on my exclusions. Make sure you're not excluding anyone in particular, as the system is powerful but tricky. For whatever reason, it's excluding some of these guys here that I want. Okay, my players, let's see. So as long as you got a few, though, you can make adjustments in there and see what you have as far as your players that are pulling up in your optimized lineups that it generates. Let's just take one more look here to see if there's anybody that we wanted that we didn't get here down the list. Markkanen, he was a guy that we were looking at as a reasonable price. Let's put him in there, at least in one of our lineups. So let's go ahead and optimize it with what we got here. Because before you optimize it, you want to make sure you get a few players basically that you want in there based on the research that you do. When you do come in here through this link, you want to get constant coaching at first, training and everything to start from basics to more advanced level in this Army site. Okay, so this is what we're getting right now. At point guard, surprisingly, at this amount of value, Jeremy Lin, Van Fleet, another point guard spot. We are on. Surprised it's not showing the utility. It looks like it's showing the FanDuel actually. I don't know how exactly we got on. Oh, so we were on FanDuel. Okay, just checking out at the top. An optimal FanDuel lineup for you here, such as Luka Doncic. This particular example, Dennis Schroeder, Paul George, Dwight Powell, Markkanen, Gasol. At least we got some of the players in there. You can plug and play and change these as you want. Here's your exposures over here to the left. You can change out Paul George 54%. I'm in agreement with that, I suppose. You know, Dwight Powell always providing good value at 37%. Van Fleet, getting him into our lineups. Let's check something like that, whether there's an injury or something that we can use utilize a guy like that or not, as well as this small forward from Toronto, and see what we can get. We got Siakam over here included from the same team. So you just got to look over these various factors in your optimized lineups once you have chosen your players and got enough evidence-backed research into your lineups and picking those and setting them and optimizing. So that's what you do. Basically, it doesn't take long, a few minutes to do that, and then you got some nice customized projected lineups per the help provided here, so you can look at that on your own. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great evening.